What's up, fam, and welcome to this episode of Rex's Photo Booth Reviews and Tutorials. Today, we're going to be talking about lighting for our 360. The first light I have is this Zentec light. This is a triangle light. This is very unique to the Zentec platform, and you can use this with any platform. So that is the Zentec. The second one is the Neewer Ring Light. It's actually rectangular, and I love this light as well, and we're going to talk about this light in detail. And last, the trusty panel light from Neewer RGB, does multiple colors, super bright, excellent picture. Before we go on with today's episode, I just want you guys to go down to the bottom of the page and make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel, Rex's Photo Booth Reviews and Tutorials. Also, hit the bell icon so you get notified every time a new episode comes out. The first light we're going to be talking about is the Zentec light. This light usually ships with the Zentec platform, but it can be used with any platform of your choice. It's very unique. I think this is the only light on the market that's triangular. But what I really love about this light is that it's very lightweight. It has two modes. One is that it has constant light and it stays on all the time. And then the second one is it actually has a motion sensor so that it only comes on when there's movement. It has a dimmer switch in the back so you can adjust it to your environment. It has the umbrella swivel bracket already built in. And the way it works is it works with an external battery. It allows this to be mounted on top of the arm. See, this goes on top of the arm. The less weight we have at the top of the swinging arm, the less wonky your video looks. Then you take the battery and then you can strap it lower down on the arm to spread the weight. So that is the triangle light from Zentec. And I'm going to put a link to all the products down below. So if you're interested in purchasing any of the products, you'll be able to link them below. The next light we're going to be talking about is the Neewer Ring Light. I know it's not circular, it's actually rectangular. It is a flagship from Neewer. What I really like about this is it's got cold and very warm temperatures, very hot, but it's got the battery mounts, so it uses the Sony MP batteries. You can use multiple. You can use the 750s, you can use the 350s, the smaller one, and it actually holds two of them. This is also has a Bluetooth sensor in it, so you can control it with your phone, and it has the manual dials on the side. So we're also going to do some sessions with this as well, but just to give you an idea, there's the light, here's the dimmer, right? So depending on your environment, you will be able to dim it or brighten it, and then it also does warm and cool. So watch till the very end because we're going to do a session, actual 360 session with each one of these lights. Okay. And the last light I'm going to be talking about today is the Neewer Panel lights. I really love the panel lights because they can run on batteries. They have dimmer switches, temperature control, but it also has an AC adapter. So if you're doing super long events or you're at a large convention hall, if you're able to plug in, I always recommend that you do that. But in the event that you are not, this Neewer light also runs on the NP batteries as well. And so if you're somewhere where there is no electrical outlet, you can take the NP batteries and plug them in as well. There you go. So here is the panel light. It has the temperature control, but it also has the dimmer switch as well. See how bright that is? So whenever you're doing 360, lighting is going to be most important, and it has a digital gauge on the back so you can see where your settings are and how much juice is left in your batteries. One of the things I wanted to mention is about the triangle light is the way it ships. It ships in the cardboard box and it comes in the form-fitted styrofoam. But what happens when you start taking this to events is the foam starts to fall out, it starts to deteriorate, and the box is cardboard. So if you set anything on there, you take the risk of smashing the light, which you don't want to do. What I was able to do is I actually found a case on Amazon, and it's called the CaseMatix. It is a hard case with foam on the inside. I'm really digging this case. So let me guys show you what it looks like with the light in it. So there's the foam on the inside. It ships with the foam. And this is the exact size for the triangle light. And it allows you to add any additional cables or wires, or even a battery if you want, right? We can put the battery in there because this takes a 65-watt battery. It takes a lot of juice to get this battery going, and it's also USB-C. But as far as the case goes, this fits perfectly. It is a hard case so that you can stack things on it, especially if you're using a rock and roller, which I recommended in a previous video. And you don't have to worry about the light getting damaged. So this is the CaseMatix right here, and I'll leave a link to that below as well. All right, the first light that we're going to deal with is the triangle light. We're going to show you how to mount it, and as we go through the process, there are going to be accessories that you're going to need. You may already have them. If you don't, I will link them in the description below. So the first way the triangle light mounts to the arm is through a spigot. This part clicker's piece is called a spigot, and you can find this at Amazon, and it easily slides over the top, and then you can screw it snug. And you're probably wondering, wow, I have the triangle light facing up. But that is the cool thing about having the umbrella bracket swivel, is that you can adjust it so that it's facing the subject. The second item is that this light can support a GoPro. So it actually has a GoPro adapter on there as well. It ships with a GoPro adapter, or you can use a phone adapter, and this is the ULANZI adapter, which I love because it's metal, it's not cheap plastic, it's very secure, and you can screw it down, as you can see, with the screw at the top, and it holds the phone very sturdy, and that's what you want, because the last thing you want is for your phone to go flying while the arm is spinning. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a hack, and I'm gonna show you how I mount my batteries. A lot of people like to take gaff tape and they like to wrap it around the pole, but I was able to find this adapter. This adapter is actually a phone adapter for handlebars, bicycle mounts. So what I'll do is I will go ahead and wrap this around the pole so it looks like that. So that wraps around the pole, and I can tighten it up. I can adjust the height before taping it down. And remember, we have this battery. It's a 65-watt battery, and I'll link to this as well, because this battery is very, very specific for this light. If you don't use the correct battery, it will not work. So I'll be making sure to give you the correct battery. This is a USB-C cable, and that is what's required to power this light. There we go. I'm gonna plug that in right here, and bam, as you can see, the light is on. We're gonna do a session with the lights off, so you could, we're gonna do a session with the lights off, so you could see the difference with and without the lights. So as you can see, we're standing here in pitch dark. You probably can't even see me, but we're gonna show you what a session looks like without the light. Here we go, there's the countdown. I'm gonna get on the 360, and here's a session with 0 lights right there. And we're gonna show you what it looks like. Here's the recording of the session. It is completely dark in the room. Whenever you're doing 360, the most important thing is lighting. So make sure you have your lighting correct. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's well lit. Here we go. So you guys saw what it looks like without any light. Now I have the triangle light ready to go, and I have it on the highest settings. And we're going to do a session, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Don't worry about what it looks like from behind. We just want to show you what it looks like every time the light comes in front of the person. So here we go, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're gonna do a session. So only right here, I'm gonna do triangle for triangle light. And we'll see what this ends up looking like. Here's the session with just the triangle light. You can tell in the studio, the house lights are all off. This is just the triangle light on the arm, and it's very viable. It's even bright enough. You can see my videographer in the back who's producing my video. Actually came out really nice. All right, well, the next light we're gonna do is the Neewer ring light, which is actually rectangular. And here it is set up. And like I said before, it runs on 2 batteries, these MP Sony style batteries. So it has no cables coming down the arm, and we're still using the same ULANZI phone holder, the metal one, which I like, so it doesn't crack. And as you can see, even with a OtterBox case over the phone, I'm still able to put it in here, and it'll be snug and as tight when it spins. We're gonna go ahead and be able to turn the light on, and we're gonna turn off the house lights, and we're gonna show you what the output looks like. Here is the session with the rectangular ring light or video rig, and you can tell the studio lights are all off, and this actually looks really good. I really like the warm colors, and it actually creates a really nice output. Let me know what you think. So the last light we're going to test out is the Neewer Panel lights, which I love. And instead of using the batteries, we're just going to go ahead and plug it into the wall. It won't affect the output. And here we go. Let's see what this looks like. Here is the output from just the panel light. It is a single panel light. I always recommend having 2 or 3 of these, because you never have to worry about not having enough light. You can always turn them down. Very, 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 very beautiful. This is the one that I prefer the most. So this concludes our testing of the 360 lights. Did you like the triangle light from Zentec? I really like it because of how light it is and the fact that it has a motion sensor in it. Or, right, did you like the square ring light from Neewer? I like the fact that it doesn't have the cables and you didn't need an external battery, but the problem is it makes it a little bit heavier, right? And then last but not least, the one I like the most, because it doesn't have any wires, it didn't have any batteries. I got to hook it up to the wall, and it was nice and bright, it was clean. And but the thing is, you're gonna need to have at least 3 of these, if not 4. So they do come in packages of 2, and I'll link those below for you. So comment below. Guys, I'd love to hear back from you. Let me know which ones you like the most. I hope you enjoyed this video on our 360 lighting. And once again, please like and subscribe to Rex's Photo Booth reviews and tutorials. Until next time.